Welcome. In this screencast, I'll be showing you how to brand your Slate site by uploading a logo, changing the school slogan, and customizing the theme colors. I'm already logged into the fresh staging site that we created in the prerequisite chapter, and we can see Slate's default logo, slogan, and theme colors already here. First, we'll be replacing this image. If we inspect it using Chrome's built-in inspector, we can see that this image is being loaded from /img/logo.png. So all we need to do is to replace it is to override this file with our own copy. By navigating to /develop in a new tab, you can access Slate's built-in developer console and make all these changes right from your browser. Initially, these local directories will be empty because we haven't overridden any of Slate's files yet. But we can find the current logo that is being inherited from Slate's version 1 template under this parent tree at the top. And there it is. We could override this file by manually creating a new folder under site root called img and then uploading logo.png into there so that it would be in the same location as the parent file. An easier way, though, is to simply drag and drop our new file on top of the parent one, and it will be automatically redirected to a local folder. If I return to our local folder now and refresh it, you can see the new file there. Now if we return to our site and hit refresh, the new logo is instantly in place. Next, we'll customize the school slogan, which right here currently says Open Source for Education. The school name, abbreviation, and slogan are stored in central settings that can be used throughout your Slate system. We can customize them by overriding the config script for our core Slate PHP class. Under the parent tree, we can find an existing copy of this file that is being inherited, open it up, and save our changes right from there. Here it is. So these settings are currently commented out because they'll be automatically calculated from the label you put in when you created your site, but we can override them selectively. Right now, we'll just be changing the site slogan to School is Cool. And this change is instant. Just like with the logo, any changes we attempt to write under the parent tree will automatically be redirected to our local layer. So if I reload this PHP config folder now, you'll see the file we just changed. If I close and reopen the parent copy, it'll again be the original file because our changes have been saved to this local copy. You can explore and experiment with editing any of the files under the parent tree. Your changes will always be saved locally, and in fact, it is not even possible to make changes to the parent site from here. So feel free to experiment. Finally, we'll customize our site's theme by changing some base color values and recompiling the theme. Before making any changes to the theme for the first time, you'll want to execute a recompile on the stock theme as it is. This ensures that all the source files you need to edit the theme are pulled down from the parent site and that the server-side compass tool for compiling the SAS source is set up correctly. The documentation gives us the URL for compiling SAS right here. So we can take that and append it to our hostname. I'll just open this up in a new tab. And we can see that the compile finished correctly. Now within the site root folder on our parent site, we can explore the SAS folder here and see all the source files for the theme. Slate frontend.scss is the main file that defines the default Slate theme. The three things in here that should be interesting to you are that it imports customizations, defaults, and overrides. And this corresponds to these three files. Customizations, defaults, and overrides. The customizations and overrides files are empty because they're set aside for you to modify without any concern of needing to incorporate future upstream changes into your versions. The customizations file is a good spot to change any of the variables that are defined in the defaults file. These need to be set at the beginning of the theme source as components throughout Slate that are defined later on calculate their own properties based on these variables. The overrides file is a good spot to add any extra styling that you can't achieve only by changing variables and need to write your own CSS rules for. By including it at the end of the file, this ensures that the rules you write take precedence over any earlier rules defined by the theme. For now, we're just going to change 2 base colors with the example values provided in the Slate documentation. So here all we're doing is switching the blue and orange colors that the defaults file sets for base color and contrast color. You can see the default values for these in defaults.scss. We're going to paste our customized versions inside customizations.scss. Once you save the file, reload the page with the compile script, and as soon as it finishes loading, we can switch back to our site and refresh to see our changes in effect.